Okay. All right. Okay. Item 9, Mr. Santiago.
Is Mr. Hernandez coming back?
We should find out.
Mr. Hernandez. Go ahead, sir.
I was, yeah.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Santiago.
Chair would wait about 30 seconds for my witnesses. And I'll be brief, Mr. Chair.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Does this have support from the public?
Brief because we're running out of time, right? Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair and members. AB 2019 places an automatic service salary increase, otherwise known also as a step increase of 2.65 for the CSU faculty. The new and I want to address why this is important. I've got a little bit of experience in my past doing this with a community college district when I used to be on one. A salary scale actually really does help because it gives certainty. It allows us for not to run into compression issues because we had this problem all the time where we would have faculty here for a certain period of years in our community college system. And the neighboring districts, when we did a salary survey, we found out that the neighboring districts were paying a lot more, and so we had a hard time retaining instructors at that particular time. So we believe that this will help that. On top of it, it'll also set a standard in terms of how much time an instructor will have to be there and how much category before they get a raise. And the newly negotiated contract between the faculty and the CSU doesn't provide an SSI until the last year of its contract. The CSU professors are alone when it comes to other state workers and salary increases. Not only is this outside of the standard for public employment, but it also limits growth to keep pace with the economy and provides little incentive for instructors to stay in the system. And as I understand it, community colleges do have them, and so do UC systems. So AB 2019 would helps to provide some certainty to CSU faculty, and they would at least start to be able to keep up with the cost of living and help ensure that equity salary structure exists at the CSU. I have a witness and will be brief, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I will keep this brief. The absence of predictable salary steps has contributed to the breakdown of CSU faculty salary structure. That has led to a plague of inversion and compressed salaries. The university has spent resources on sporadic but failed programs that called equity programs that don't really solve the problem. They use resources, but they don't really solve the problem in the long term of inversion and compression. Really, in the end, the long-term solution for this kind of salary chaos that we're experiencing depends on the reestablishment of a stable salary policy with predictable and a predictable salary structure. We believe the chronic problems require a policy that provides CSU faculty with the same kind of recognition for growth and development in their work as others in the state receive. The reality is that combined with the high cost of living, these problems have made attracting and retaining faculty in the CSU quite a challenge. We urge a yes vote on AB 2019.
Any other witnesses in support?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Members, Mitch Seaman with the California Labor Federation, also in support.
Michael Bolden on behalf of the Service Employees International Union in support.
Mr. Chair and members, my name is Pat Gann. I'm the president of the California State University Employees Union, representing over 15,000 healthcare, campus operations, administrative, clerical, and technical support throughout the CSU system. The CSU Employees Union has adopted a support, if amended, on AB 2019. There needs to be a salary structure that puts in place predictable salary movement for all CSU employees, including the rank and file staff. The problem you've seen recently with the potential strike action of our brothers and sisters in California Faculty Association is an example of over 20 years of a lack of a salary structure where there was predictable movement through the salary ranges for employees of the CSU. They stand out compared to other state agencies, and this has just exacerbated salary and compression issues throughout the system, which causes problems for retention and recruitment of qualified faculty and staff to serve the students. We appreciate Assemblyman Santiago's efforts to provide salary equity for the CSU faculty, but we would strongly urge that the CSU classified employees are not excluded from the bill but are amended in at the soonest point possible. We need to fix the problem. The CSU has had long-term, either through collective bargaining or a policy in the last 20 years, failed to address the issue, and it's before you today. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other witnesses in support? Any witnesses in opposition? Please come up.
Good afternoon. Andrew Martinez, California State University. We regretfully are opposed to the measure. We are concerned about the measure's impact on the institution to operate as an independent institution with a board of trustees that governs itself and has responsibilities for the fiduciary aspects of the institution. We are part of that general fund discretionary pot of money. We are not guaranteed funding from the state. When cuts come to the CSU, and that means that we have to either not provide salary increases or raise tuition fees or come up with cuts some other way. We've obviously, as we all know, we've gone through cuts about $1 billion from 2007, and we're just getting back to where we were, back to those recession dollars now. So we are very appreciative of the investment that you've made to the CSU and all the other segments of higher education. We're also very appreciative of the fact that we have a labor agreement this year that looks like it's going to be ratified and so forth. We're very appreciative of that. But this is just going to exacerbate our ongoing costs going forward because there is no dedicated funding for this automatic salary adjustment provided by this measure. It will just be paid for by some sort of pot of funding from the CSU. Then you have to consider the fact that we will be paying for our infrastructure and capital facilities funds from now on out of our base budget, which is about $2 billion to do that. And then we have all the unfunded mandated costs that we are now responsible for, in regards to health benefits, workers' comp, minimum wage. All of that comes out of our base budget. So for those reasons, we're going to have to respectfully oppose the measure as the bill goes forward. But thank you so much.
Thank you. Any other witnesses in opposition? Questions or comments from the committee? Ms. Weber.
You go ahead. He had his hand up first.
Well,
Just didn't push his button.
Go ahead, Mr. Wood.
I probably would have supported this bill 3 weeks ago. I don't think I could support it today. There's three reasons. The first is that the reason why I would have supported it 3 weeks ago but won't today is because this bill was meant to convince people to get back to the bargaining table. It was meant as leverage. That's what bills like this are meant to do. And implicit in that is once the CSU has gone back to the bargaining table and has worked out a good contract with the employee group, then we should probably back off instead of piling on. I mean, otherwise I would wonder why it would serve as a disincentive for them to make accommodation in the future. Secondly, I just think that it's bad precedent to be toying with issues that should be in a collective bargaining agreement in the legislature, because if the legislature can do it in a way that is pro-worker in 1 year, we could do it in a way that's anti-worker in another year. I know that seems inconceivable at this moment of politics and at the time, but we all know that things change over time. And I just think that I support collective bargaining. I believe in collective bargaining. I was a union member, and I think that this is probably not a good territory to be going in. I'm sure you'll probably get it passed anyway. But, and then the last reason is it's just an irritation of issue after issue at the CSU. The classified employees just always get left out, The staff, so that's an additional irritant for me. So those are the three issues.
Ms. Weber?
Yes, I appreciate the comments of my colleague, Mr. Williams, and his sensitivity to the CSU and the ongoing challenge. I want to thank Mr. Santiago for bringing this bill forward, and I'm going to support this bill because having spent 40 years in the CSU, I remember when the CSU had a salary step system, and it was very organized and very clear, and it provided understood upward mobility for employees over a period of time and those kinds of things. They lost that during the collective bargaining period. In fact, it was very viciously taken out of the contract when they went to an impasse, and the administration took advantage of that and took it out. And when they put it back in, it was not the 5, it was 2.5, and it was not normal steps that were there. I have seen the inversion as an administrator, as a faculty member. I have had seen people use this system to reward friends and sometimes punish enemies because you never knew when you were going to get a step increase. There were no step increases. There were so-called merit increases that nobody could define merit in the system. You'd find yourself in a situation where new faculty would come in, new PhDs who would be making more than folks who'd been there 10 or 15 years, who were equally or more productive in the system than others, fighting as a chair to try to get increases for individuals, maybe during a time when we could get maybe some adjustments that were there, or if they got a promotion, then I could factor in that with the dean. But there was such inequity in the system and such unpredictable kinds of situations, all in one department. I'd find and the antagonism among faculty members, not based on the merits of the individuals there. It was just whoever was dean at the time, whoever worked out a deal, whoever did whatever. And as a result, there was a lot of antagonism in a department when you're asking people to do things, to serve on committees and what have you, and yet you've got someone coming in who hadn't been there as long as you, making much more than you. You're more productive in terms of research and I mean, I've seen it all. I've seen it, how it's happened, and it has not worked well at all. The other system that had an identifiable step increase system actually was understood. The merit part of it was understood within the steps. The promotions were understood, and that was taken away. Now, we can talk about upside down and outside down with the economy, but that existed all during the same kind of environment. I mean, I've been at the CSU long enough to see where we had to almost shut down a chemistry department, where there were we didn't have enough student enrollment, and we had to do other kinds of things. And yet, through all of that, through all the economic challenges that were there, the step increases were identifiable and known. There were raises that came that raised the steps, and you could get to the top of the step. You didn't just keep going on indefinitely, but you had an identifiable system that recognized the merit of the people employed, the years that they worked, and it was acceptable. And so, as a result, I'm going to support it because when we lost the system, people talked about merit, and and those kinds of terms don't necessarily have identifiable elements in it. And as a result, I've seen the best, but I've mostly seen the worst of the current system. And I applaud you for bringing it forward. I don't know what the governor will think about it, but surely the current system that exists on our campuses is not acceptable. The fact that we have to battle even for these raises that we get as a result of this unidentifiable system. But getting an agreement is not a substitute. It is not a substitute for a step increase system. And so I thank you for bringing it forward. I'd love to be a co-author on it if you accept co-authors, because it is something that we should see as a very positive element of at least recognizing the strength of faculty and the role that they play. It should also exist for classified, because we had it for my administrative coordinators and others, and it was also taken out. And then that became a situation of tremendous inequity among the classified staff itself. So I know you take one bite of it at a time, but it's surely something that worked, that we need to go back to, and that it restores the confidence and the pride in the faculty.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments from the committee?
We need a motion.
Do I have a motion?
Move approval.
Moved by Ms. Weber, second by Mr. Lowe. I'm very much in support of the bill, and will be voting yes for it today. Madam Secretary.
Medina?
Aye.
Medina, aye. Baker? No. Baker, no. Bloom? Chavez? Chavez, no. Irwin? Jones Sawyer? Jones Sawyer, aye. Levine? Levine, no. Linder? Linder, no. Lowe? Lowe, I. Olson. Santiago.
Aye.
Santiago, I. Weber.
Aye.
Weber, I. Williams. No. Williams, no.
5-5, the bill is on call. Item number 24, AB 2494. Mr. Hernandez. Begin when you're ready.
Mr. Chair and members, Assembly Bill 2494 establishes the Veteran Resource Centers grant program under the Office of the Chancellor of the California Community Colleges. According to the CCC, an estimated thank you kindly, 2.2 million veterans reside in California, the most in the nation. The number of veteran students is expected to increase dramatically as more military personnel serving in Iraq and Afghanistan make their way home. As these veterans transition back to civilian life, many attend one of California's 112 California community colleges. In fact, it is estimated that today over 60,000 veterans are attending our community colleges. In 2010, the California Community Colleges High-Tech Center Training Unit created a pilot program to establish veteran resource centers at community colleges. These veteran centers assist veteran students in reentering the educational system by providing them additional guidance and services. Recently, the Chancellor's Office released the Veterans Resource Center Review Project Report, which cited the progress of several VRCs statewide. Within its findings, the Chancellor's Office found VRCs offer dedicated staff and support to veteran students, and which help these students succeed because these services are tailored. They are cognizant of the different and unique challenges that our veterans are facing when returning back to civilian life. And AB 2494 builds on the success of the VRC pilot program by creating this kind of initiative, a statewide standard for community colleges. So with me here today to testify in support of AB 2494 is Dana Nickel, representing AMVETS, the Department of California, and several other veterans organizations.
And just a reminder, we'll do 2 witnesses, 1 minute each.
Thank you. Dana Nickel with Pete Gonity and Associates, representing the following veterans groups in support: American Legion, AMVETS, California Association of County Veteran Service Officers, Military Officers Association of America, Veterans of Foreign Wars, and the Vietnam Veterans of America. The top 3 ways Veterans Resource Centers assist veterans are the GI Bill, college admission application process, and registering for courses. Without the assistance of a VTC counselor, the GI Bill process can take much longer. VTCs can assist the veteran to apply, certify, and activate the benefit. The state benefits from this because a veteran student, if applied for properly, can enter the community college system with their tuition and fees paid for by the federal government. They also get a $1,000 a year book stipend and a monthly housing allowance stipend calculated as per their zip code. VTCs will provide one-on-one advising and help the student veteran to keep their academic career on track. One brief thing, too. Veterans served our country, so they're coming into the community college system at a later time than most traditional students. Most traditional students come out of the high school. They live with their parents. The veterans need a little extra help.
Thank you. Next witness.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Chair and members of the committee. I'm Michael McGee with the Chancellor's Office for the California Community Colleges. We submitted a support if amended letter, but the only issue we have is in the budget that we hope they'll fund this effort through the budget process. Everything the Assembly member has said, as well as his other witness, about the VRCs is true. They're a great resource. They help veterans accomplish their educational goals. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other witnesses in support?
Chair and members, Ashley Satude with Nossaman on behalf of North Orange County Community College District in support.
Thank you. Any witnesses in opposition? Any questions or comments from the committee?
Move the bill.
Moved by Mr. Linder.
We already have it. Mr.
Oh,
Williams.
I'm sorry. Okay, we have a motion by Mr. Lowe, second by Mr. Santiago, and a third by Mr. Linder. The motion before us is due pass to Appropriations Committee. As a community college teacher, instructor, and having veterans in my classroom, I know how important support services are. So the motion is due pass to the Appropriations Committee. Madam Secretary, if you please call the roll.
Medina.
Aye.
Medina, I. Baker. Aye. Baker, I. Bloom. Chavez. Aye. Chavez, I. Irwin. Jones Sawyer. Levine. Levine, I. Linder. Linder, I. Lowe. Lowe, I. Olson. Santiago. Weber. Weber, I. Williams. Williams, I.
8-0. Your bill is out.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Mr. Williams.
Thank you so much.
Number 7.
Up again soon.
7. Item 7, Mr. Williams.
1995.
Item 7. AB 1995.
This bill would just allow students access to showers even if they are not enrolled in a PE course. This is important for homeless students, and I can tell you as a student that was homeless in my community college, this can make a difference in terms of hygiene, being able to show up for courses and being able to get jobs, and in an effort to not micromanage the institutions, we are just asking that they determine their own hours and their own requirements, but providing that access.
Witnesses in support.
All right. Thank you, Chair Medina. My name is Dahlia Salem. I'm the president of the Student Senate for California Community Colleges, and I'm here with my colleague, Nicholas Stile, who's been absolutely instrumental in the work that we do on this bill. So I would like to yield the floor to him for the remainder of the time so he can share a very personal story as to how we came about this idea.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dahlia. Thank you, members of the committee and Chairman Medina. Thank you. For homeless and financially burdened students, successful completion of their education is the only way to elevate out of their current socioeconomic status. A homeless student must not only attend their classes and complete assignments, but they must also find a place to sleep, food to eat, a place to shower, secure storage, etc. The use of a campus shower facilities will meet one of their daily needs and allow the time necessary for a student to have a chance at success. Allowing access to facilities will also incentivize an at-risk student to come to campus in the first place. Many students who have to choose between going to class versus showering for the first time in a few days will likely choose the shower. The passing of this bill will also eliminate the need to make that choice, allowing the student the opportunity to take a shower, opportunity to attend classes, and also help the community college district and state with college retention rates and potentially save revenue in the form of student aid. When a student pays tuition and fees to a CSU or a UC, the student is allowed to utilize facilities on that campus regardless if they are enrolled in a particular PE class or not. We are asking for a level playing field. Community college students are non-traditional students and as such often face many financial barriers to success that a CSU or a UC student may not encounter. By allowing the same opportunity to access vital facilities on our community colleges, students will be allowing the same chance for success that a CSU or a UC student would receive. By eliminating the barrier for necessity of adding additional coursework, we are allowing at-risk students the ability to see success without adding additional requirements to an already impacted daily schedule. Furthermore, it fiscally makes sense to allow the facilities of the students and that are in homeless crisis. Although we have not worked out factual money saved, I have done a little preliminary math. I am a math major as well. We're looking at about close to $162 million a year if there is a 2% homeless student rate, and if those 42,000 students, which is the 2%, if they're receiving financial aid in any form, that's where that money is potentially being lost. So thank you for your time, and I thank you again.
Thank you. Other witnesses in support?
Ashley Situde with Nossaman on behalf of North Orange County Community College District in support.
Matthew Canty with the Faculty Association of California Community Colleges in support.
Luis Jimenez, a member of the SSCCC and also a member of the Student Senate from Sacramento City College. We strongly support this bill.
Naima Kaleem from De Anza College, and we strongly support this bill.
Victor Chavarine, Vice President of the SSCCC and student of West Hills College, Lemoore, strongly supports this bill. Thank you.
Alex Galeano, student at Shasta College, and they also strongly support this very substantial piece of legislation.
Gerson Leahut from East Los Angeles College and the Los Angeles Community College District in support of this bill.
Courtney Cooper, Foothill College, and I vehemently support this bill.
Any witnesses in opposition? Questions or comments from the committee? Had a motion by Mr. Lowe, second by Ms. Weber. I want to thank the author for bringing this important issue forward. I also want to thank his legislative aide, Israel Landa, for making me aware of the importance of this issue when he was a community college student, where I served as a Board of Trustee member at Riverside Community College. Madam Secretary, if you'd please call the roll.
Medina?
Aye.
Medina, aye. Baker? Aye. Baker, aye. Bloom? Bloom, aye. Chavez? Chavez, aye. Irwin? Jones Sawyer? Aye. Jones Sawyer, aye. Levine? Levine, aye. Linder? Linder, aye. Lowe? Lowe, aye. Olson? Santiago? Weber? Aye. Weber, aye. Williams?
Aye.
Williams, aye.
10-0. Your bill is out.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.